Welcome back to MSTV. I am your host, Joe Pietaro, publisher of this here Muscle Sport magazine, and we want to wish everyone out there a happy new year. Yes, we are into 2018. Last year was a very, very good one for this company. A lot of things happened, and we'll get a recap going. I hate those like retrospectives and best ofs and all of that stuff. So maybe I'll do a little short recap video one of these days. But that's not what we're here for tonight. No fucking way. What we have a special video for you is with our columnist Lee Priest. We don't talk about bodybuilding in this interview. It's so easy just to talk about it. This is why you watch these shows and read these magazines. Because we don't fucking follow the same path that everybody else in this industry does. Lee Priest has some very, very fucking interesting political views, especially when it comes to refugees and terrorists and things of that sort. And we speak about just that in this interview you're going to see in just a moment. But we also, of course, are going to hear from the nose once again. And get used to the variety, guys. I told you, this is going to be like the fucking Donnie and Marie show of the bodybuilding industry. I don't have a sister that I probably would want to fuck if I had one that looked like her. But we're going to have the balance guru again. Handy Capable Fitness. You're going to see Crystal Anthony. You're going to see Brandy LeBlanc. You're going to see a lot of different faces on this here program moving forward in 2018. And we are going to be doing a lot of road shows as well. But let's get right into that Lee Priest interview right now. We are being joined right now via Skype from Australia, none other than Lee Priest, columnist for Muscle Sport Mag. Lee, what's going on, bro?
Yeah, not much. Now Christmas is over. It's nice and calm. I just went to the grocery store. There was hardly no one there today, so that's good. But, the day before New Year's, that'll change because the stores are shut for one day and people go into a mass fucking panic when the stores are closed for one day. It's like they haven't got enough food to last one fucking day in the household.
They got to get all of their fucking beers and everything. How was your Christmas, by the way? Since it is Christmas season, we just finished passing that up yesterday. How did your Christmas go?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Probably ate too much food, just went around to mum's house. But, as you get older, it's not the same as when you're young. When you're young, it's great. As you get older, it's like, oh, fuck, just another day,
I agree.
Eat food, like all the people come out. Like I said, before Christmas, people do their last-minute shopping. It's like that last week, it's great fun. You just go to shopping centres, hang out, watch couples fight, watch people fight in the car park, trying to. People are like, oh my God, there's this new holiday coming up at the end of the week. I've got to go buy presents. So unorganised every year.
It is a fucking disaster. I try to get all of that shit over with, and we actually are blessed that we can get a lot of the shit done online nowadays too, so you don't have to stand in Macy's and stupid fucking mall lines and shit like that.
Exactly, and plus too, it's like, just do it throughout the year. Buy a present here, put it away. Buy a present there, put it away. When you got sales going throughout the year, just buy the shit and put it away then. Why leave it to the last minute? Every year people leave it to the last minute.
That's the smart way of doing it, and I'm hoping I remember your advice for next year because I haven't done that yet, but I will intend to do it in 2018. But most importantly, you had that health scare a little while back. You look great right now, so how's everything going since you got out of the hospital?
Good, it's been great. I get blood tests done. I was getting done every week when I got out, and then I've been getting every 2 weeks now. Everything's fine, perfect, back to normal. So even liver and everything, my liver's been the best it's ever been. So apart from that, the face is a bit puffy, see now. So this is for the news people can know now that I'm going to remove this tattoo off my face, and people will be like, oh, why are you removing it? Why are you removing it? The same dickheads will probably say, why you got a fucking tattoo on your face, and they're going to say, why are you getting rid of the tattoo on your face? Because I can start with a clean slate. So once it's all clean, then I can say, watch this space. You never know, I might get Pepsi across there. For the right amount of money, there's anything there.
Oh, I hear you on that. But you've had that tattoo. You said before we started recording 5 years now, and it's time for a change.
12 years.
12 years. Excuse me. Yeah.
But still, the way people talk about it online, you'd swear I just got it yesterday. With the tattoo on your fucking face, it's like, oh, dude, that's old news, people.
Who gives a fuck? It's your face. Do whatever you want with it, bro.
Exactly. You're not allowed to, apparently. Apparently, whatever I do, I've got to ask permission first.
You have to ask permission from the peanut gallery, right?
Exactly. They run my life for me, so I've got to make sure I get their permission to how I do my hair, what I wear, what I say. True. What tattoos I get, so
how you treat it online and all of that, how you should treat others. Yes, we they all know everything out there, those guys. But
They do.
you and I are very similar as far as politically, the way we both we feel our politics are, which is great. I love that type of attitude on you. And I reached out to you because there was a terrorist attack in Australia not too long ago, and we had one similar to that in New York a few months ago.
They're not calling it a terrorist attack. They're just calling it a guy was on drugs. He's had a history of drug problems, and he was just a mental problem. So, but yet the guy himself, when he was arrested, said that he was doing this because of the treatment of Muslims and stuff like that. Yeah. And sadly, I don't know what it's like in America, but here in Australia, when we're talking about the extremes here. So before people go, oh, Lee's attacking Muslims, he's doing this. We're talking about the extremists here, and I hate the extremists in everything. Christians, pedophile priests, everyone's got these fucking scumbags in all religions. So
yes.
I even hate the fucking white trash. I hate myself some days. So there you go. So before you start saying picking on a thing, it's like I said, there's good Muslims, but sadly, like we've got a radio guy here, and he says it's true. Not all Muslims are terrorists, but most terrorists are Muslims. So
that's
there
a good
you go.
Point. Yeah.
And as I said, it's not Muslims themselves. It's these radicals that take Islam out of context. Back in hundreds, thousands of years ago, we had the Christian Crusades where Christians went around killing people. But most religions have evolved. They've grown out of it. They've woken up to themselves and thought, we're not going to go around and persecute people and fucking burn people like, even the old fucking religious people used to go through the Salem witch trials, and through England they were killing people for being witches. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but sadly you get these people who, like I said, this guy that did that the other day, he was like born here. No, he wasn't born. He was actually a refugee. He came in here in 2004 as a refugee. So we have so many, I don't know what it's like in America, but we have a lot of refugees coming here. England has the same problem. There's places in England now you can't even go because they've overtaken. And if people say, yes, Lee, but, they're refugees, they're immigrants. Australia was, built on immigrants like America.
Yeah.
I said, yes, but back in the day when immigrants came over here, they assimilated, they learnt the language, they got on. They didn't care if we had Christmas and they had their holidays. And now it's like here, I remember when I lived in America, a lot of places wouldn't say Merry Christmas or this and that because that might offend people. Christmas tree, a Christmas tree, it's a holiday tree. And it's like, to me, I don't care. If you come over here and you celebrate Hanukkah, you celebrate Ramadan, I don't give a shit, it doesn't bother me, but yet we've got a lot of these stores here, they won't put up a Merry Christmas sign, but they'll put up Happy Ramadan. Now I'm like, see, that's what upsets people, because here as well, if we go into a government building or a bank or anything like that, a petrol station, we can't fill up your car with petrol. You can't go into a bank if you're wearing a motorbike helmet, if you're wearing a hoodie, if you've got sunglasses on. If you've got a cap and sunglasses to go in the bank, you got to take it off. If you pull up at a petrol station and go to put fuel in your motorbike, if you've got a full open face helmet, they'll still make you take the helmet off. But yet, people can go in burqas into a bank. They can fill up with fuel. So to me, it's like I don't care if you wear a burqa. If you want to wear a burqa down the street, that's fine. But if we can't go to places with motorbike helmets on or sunglasses or hoodies, you can't go into those places with a burqa. And that's what people hate, because it's almost like it's one rule for them and one rule for us.
Yeah.
And that's what's causing this division. It's the same as a lot of times, I said I've got friends that are Muslim. Isn't it funny now we say I've got Muslim friends? It's almost like back in the old days.
Black
Black friends. I got black friends. Now it's like I got Muslim friends. So it's like, but the sad thing is though, when you talk to some of them, when it comes down to, like they say, the Merry Christmas or the Happy Holidays, when you talk to the Muslims, they're like, we don't care. But yet you get these dickheads, politicians or whoever it is, who come up with these stupid ideas that might offend them. It's like, have you ever asked them? Like I said, the majority of them don't give a shit. It's like, over here not long ago, there's this new city going to come up, or a new town, a suburb, and they're going to call it Lynch. And all of a sudden this politician comes and says, you can't call it Lynch, the black people will be upset by it. But, lynching was an American term anyway.
Yeah.
And, the Aborigines never got lynched here anyway, but this Aboriginal guy come out, he's a politician, he goes, that's ridiculous. We don't care about that. But this, white politician saying, you can't call it Lynch, that will offend all the Aborigines. It's like, there's so much shit that goes on. And with that guy driving through the mall, they had another guy with him who got caught. There was actually two of them, but they say the other guy wasn't really with him, but another guy looked exactly the same, the big beard.
Yeah.
He was filming it, and then when they checked his backpack was full of knives. So I guess he was just out Christmas shopping for knives.
Sure.
But,
he was loaning them to a friend. Yeah.
Everyone goes shopping for knives at Christmas time in the mall. So. But sadly, you do have these ones that are just brought up that way and born that way and just hate the Western world no matter what you do, and then you get the ones too who sadly, I think, people like probably Australia and America have created, because, yes, we went in there. You have these wars that, Bush started, weapons of mass destruction. Let's go in and fucking bomb everyone. And sadly, in wars, a lot of innocent people get killed. So,
sure.
we have to take a little bit of the blame. You can't take all the blame, but, when someone's coming invading your country and you're killing people and innocent women and children get killed, we'll take care of it. We won't go and blow people up to get revenge, but sadly, these people do. And about doing stuff is just crazy. And like I said, sadly, a lot of people are going to get tarred with the same brush, saying you're of the Muslim faith or you're of Islam. And, like I said, it's just crazy what they do. And now, yesterday after Christmas, Boxing Day, and they had a big sale. You've got to change your way of life. Sure, you shouldn't change your way of life. You shouldn't live in fear. But, back in the old days, we had crazy people there, but no one was driving cars through the malls and stuff. And sadly, here, America, England and stuff, ever since a lot of these refugees have come in and Islam has come in a lot more, that's where a lot of it's stemming from. And people don't want to say that because it's like, you can't say that, but sadly when you see it, that's what it is. And like I said, yes, we have white crazies that go around and shoot people. We have white people that start fights and stuff like that, but the majority now, 98% of it, is done by a lot of these extremists who claim to be of the Islam faith. They might not be, but they're just, putting that moniker on themselves to say that they are. So, I think when you talk about it, you're labelled a racist and shit like that. But like I said, I talk about the pedophile priests who are out there abusing kids. I talk about the white Christian fanatics. I said, I know when I lived in America, some of those places down in the south there, you've got some kooky white Christians.
Oh, yeah. Holy rollers are fucking maniacs sometimes,
Oh, I tell you.
Yeah.
I remember driving through Florida once. My first time I was near Ocala, Florida. I go down there and there's this big group of people. As we got closer, there's probably 300 Klan members having a Klan rally. So, yeah, fucking nut jobs in all walks of life.
Yeah. What is the idea about them not letting you wear the helmet, though? I don't understand that. Like you said, you got to take the helmet or the sunglasses off.
Yeah, if you go, like I said, into a bank or a government building, or like I said, say you're riding your motorbike and you pull up to a petrol station to get petrol, they won't turn the petrol pump on unless you take the helmet off so they can see your face, thinking that you might try and steal fuel. Okay. But yeah, if you've got a burqa on, you can do it. I said if the helmet's like, you got the helmets with the visor on, okay, you can't see enough and take it off. But the helmets that some people wear, they've got the open face. You can see their eyes, their mouth, their face, everything. But they'll still make you take it off, or you can't go into a thing, but they can wear a burqa. And like I said, I don't care if they wear a burqa. It's just that if we've got laws where we can't bring something over our face,
everybody, yeah,
it's got to be the same law for everyone. And I think that's what's causing division. I think you see it in all, whether it just be they try and do it with the Muslim people or they try and do it with something else. But the government loves causing division amongst the people and have the people fighting amongst themselves so they can come around and fuck you somewhere else while you're not paying attention. So,
That's true.
Governments have done it for years. I just get sick of the governments in general. All the stuff. I was watching some good documentary the other day called Wormwood. It was about one scientist that jumped out of a window when the CIA was experimenting with the LSD on people and all this sort of shit. So I said, governments have been fucking their own people over for years and years, and I still sometimes getting back to 9/11. When you watch that, you think, okay, did the planes go into the building? We can see planes going in, but the way the buildings fell down so perfectly, and the building 7 behind it fell down, and then, like I said, you find everything else got destroyed, blown up and burnt, but yet they find the beautiful passport on the side, the footpath from the hijacker. I said, there's just so much shit that goes on these days. You just wouldn't know anymore. So.
Yeah, I love hearing things that happen, like you say, if you're in Australia, so many things could be so different, but sometimes they're so similar. Like the whole thing with the refugees and stuff like that. I don't give a fuck if people call me a racist. I say straight out, I don't want anybody coming to this country. If they find the long lost relative of mine in fucking Italy, fucking a donkey, but he wants to come to New York, fuck him. I don't want him here either. I don't want anybody coming here.
See, I don't mind if they're a refugee and they've gone through the proper channels, if they've done all the paperwork and they've sat in their refugee camp offshore for a couple of years and they finally do so many background checks that they've cleared them and they come here, safe. That's fine. But also when they come here, I want them to come here and be part of the country, get a job, fit in, help the country, that sort of thing. I don't mind that, but the way we have it at the moment, we've got these illegals paying $10,000 to get on a leaky boat, coming in the back door, and once they get here, they get so many benefits. They get more benefits than some of the Australian people get. That's what they hate. They're getting housing. We've got some people here using their religion. They got 5 wives, and of course they're not married, but they got 5 wives.
Yeah.
Each one of those wives is getting public assistance. So you got these people getting thousands of dollars a week off the government, when we've got hard-working Australians who are retired, can barely pay their bills, who have been living here all their lives. So I just don't like when that shit goes on. Like I said, we've got Australians here that rot the system as well. But when you see a lot of these people, they'll pass over 12 other countries that take refugees, but they either want to get to America or Australia or England because the benefits are so good, the healthcare we've got here, the monies they get. It's just crazy. And there's some places here too where they'll have like those, call to prayer. They'll have these big microphones in some places of Sydney where every 5 times a day they play prayer music across it in the middle of the city. I said, like, okay, it's like, now if I put up a speaker near my town and I play AC/DC there in it 5 times a day, or even just like, okay, if you want to play your prayer music, if you're Islamic and you want to play that prayer music like 5 times a day, they want to pray, that's fine. But then don't get upset if once or twice a day I play the Lord's Prayer across the same speaker.
Sure. Yeah,
like I said, you can't have, like I said, these different rules. I think that's what upsets people the most, because you're like, well, you let them do it. It's like when you're a kid. If you had a brother or sister, well,
why can't I do it?
Yeah,
He did it.
Your mum lets your brother do it, but doesn't let you. It's like, well, he did it, but that's different. I let him do it, so you get all pissed off. And I think that's what people get pissed off about, because they'll say, well, they can do that, but no, you can't. It's like, well, why can they do it and we can't? And then all this crap when it comes under religious beliefs and religious freedoms and shit. Come on, it's like,
it's an excuse.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's one rule for all, simple. And like I said, when you come here, assimilate. Sadly, we've got people that they come here and they live in their little communities, and then, like, whether it be like, a lot of Chinese people do it too. They'll live in their own communities. They only hire Chinese, so they never learn the language. They just keep to themselves. That's not coming here to be an Australian. That's just coming here to, just stay there and you don't fit in. They've been here. Some people have been here now. They had a show on the other day where they'll go on to Centrelink. Centrelink's like our government that gives out money, free medical money and stuff. There's one lady, she was getting over $1,400 a week because she had a couple of kids. It doesn't do anything. That's just the government gives her $1,400. I'm thinking, shit, that's almost, over $60,000 a year for doing that.
Nice.
That's not bad.
Where can I sign up?
So, but yet this guy stood out the front. He was interviewing them, and some of them have been here 10, 12 years and still can't speak one word of English. It's
That's inexcusable.
I'm not saying you have to learn it perfectly, but I know that if I went to live in Mexico, if I went to live in China, if I'm going to live in another country, I'm going to learn the language.
Sure,
simple as that.
for yourself.
But now, sadly, now when they come here, we cater to them. We put things in their language for them. I remember when I lived in Venice, California, for a while. I remember going to the post office once to use a photocopy machine, and it said press 1 for English. The machine was actually in Spanish. Like in a Mexican. Yeah, it was in Spanish. Push 1 to get English. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, shouldn't it be the other way around? Then, like I said, then you drive around LA and all these places where they just put signs up now in Spanish. Like, everything's catering to them, so they don't really need to learn the language anymore. So
no,
that is assimilation and that sort of thing. And like I said, you get these, like I said, whether they be politicians or these dickhead people that come out saying you can't say that because that might offend people. How about you ask the people first? Because like the majority of people I've spoken to, when they say you can't say Merry Christmas, Muslims are like, we don't care if you have Christmas. It's like, it doesn't bother them. But like I said, when people come out and say you can't say it, that pisses so many people off, and it makes people hate those. It'll make people hate them because they're like, oh, the Muslims are stopping us from having Christmas. No, they're not. There's some dickhead in government.
Our own fucking people are,
Yeah, it's like I said, they couldn't care less.
The left is stopping us, not the Muslims.
Yeah.
So what do you?
I never even understood the left and the right. Here we have Labor, Liberal, we have the Greenies. The Greenies are just the nut jobs down here, and that sort of thing. But to me, it's like when people say, "Oh, Lee, you're very this, or you're very right, or this, or you hang this way." I'm like, no, I don't. I said, I'm just me. I got my own fucking brain. I got my own thoughts. I try and think whatever I feel is common sense. That's what I use. I'm not in any group of whether it be right wing, left wing, fucking down the middle, Democrats, Republicans. I just use my own fucking head and think, well, this is how it should be, not these other dickheads who've got these hidden agendas behind everything half the time. So.
What are your thoughts on Donald Trump? He's got a full year almost in coming up next month. I mean, I love the guy.
I like him. It's like I said, from day one, ever since he started running and got in, people have just been out to any little thing he fucking says or does. I've never seen a president under the microscope as much as Donald Trump.
No.
And the funny thing is too, some of the stuff he's done or implemented and put into law or put into practice is stuff similar to what Obama's done, Clinton did, and all this sort of shit. But no one came down on them when they did it. It's the same with this saying he'll make Jerusalem the capital.
Yeah.
I think everyone's like, oh, he shouldn't do that, but he's like, why not? Obama and all these other presidents signed off to do it
Yeah.
30 odd years ago. It's just that when they signed the paper to agree to make Jerusalem the capital, someone come along and said, no, we hold off on that, hold off. Let's just try peace talks first. Well, it's been over 30 years. Peace talks haven't fucking worked. So like Trump said, why keep doing the same fucking shit over and over? If it's not working, let's try a different approach. Sure, people aren't going to like it. Some are going to hate it. It might cause a bit of conflict and fighting. But fuck, they've been fighting for thousands of years over there, over some fucking dirt, whatever. But like I said, anything he does, they come down on him. So it's like, stupid shit, where even what he's wearing or what he's saying or looking this way, looking that way. It's like, just like I said, he's under a microscope no matter what he fucking does. And like I said, if they don't talk about the good stuff he's done. And like I said, half the shit that he's done is stuff that, when he said about we're going to put stop certain countries coming into the country until certain people coming in, and then people like, they're from Muslim countries being racist. Well, sadly, if that's where the bad people are coming from, I'm sure if it was back in 1945, they would scrutinise bloody Germans coming into the country, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So it's like, and he never said they could never come in. He said he just wants to vet them properly.
Check them longer,
check them properly, because I know when the refugees come here, they come here without passports, they come here without papers, nothing. When they get on their boat and pay when they pay their $10,000 to get on the boat to come here illegally, they throw their papers overboard and stuff. And I used to have a friend that worked in the Australian Navy who would go out and collect the boats and take them to Christmas Island, which is a detention centre. And he said half of them coming over were just all strong young men, young boys, and when they get there, he goes, he'd see them, they'd sew their babies' lips shut, they'd hold knives to their own kids' throats and stuff like that. One of them come over claiming to be a refugee. He had $100,000 hidden in cash. So when you see true refugees, Africa and stuff, true refugees pretty much all they have is the clothes on their back. They don't come over here on a leaking boat with mobile phones and computers and all this sort of shit. It's like, they're just economic. They're coming here for the benefits. True refugees are sitting overseas somewhere in a refugee camp in Africa, and all they got is just the clothes on their back, and some of them don't have shoes on their feet. You get these guys coming here off a boat, they got Armani suits on, looking like they're bloody well dressed. I'm thinking, Jesus, so
some lady with a baby on each tit, that's probably a refugee. But some guy on a fucking iPhone 10, that's probably not.
And some of them look like they could do the male physique class. Some of them come over like they just stepped out of the gym. And to me, it's like we've had so many of them come here too, where they claim refugee status, saying, look, if I go back to my country, I'm going to be killed. If I go home, I'm going to be, persecuted. I can never go back home. But our government done a thing, probably 8 months ago, where a few of them have already left to go back home 4 or 5 times. One went home for a family wedding. One went home for this. So the whole idea of them saying we can't go home because we're going to get murdered or killed. And some of the places they come to now, there is a bit of peace where they come from, so why not go home? If you love your country and you love your laws, you love Sharia law or this other stuff, why not go home now and rebuild your country? Or what gets me is too, you get these guys coming here, young men in their early 20s, well built. Why aren't you staying back there and fighting for your country? Yet we're sending our boys over. America sends their troops over. The fight and that. But like I said too, it's one of those things where you speak to some people, we know a bit of it. America, I guess everyone wants the world to have some sort of democracy, but some places are never going to have it.
Fuck them. Let them do what they want.
Exactly. Look at China. China, they're ruled pretty strict in China.
Sure, yeah.
But I don't see America or us going into China to be a democracy. They got big fucking weapons. They'll fight back. So
the one thing that Trump has gone in very different direction than either Bush, Clinton, and especially the fucking man I hate the most, Obama, is that he's saying we're not going to force democracy on countries that do not want to be governed that way. And that's a complete drastic change. I love that. It should be. Exactly. I don't give a shit if this country doesn't want to be a democracy. They can do what they want. It's their place.
Now, when you go back to Bush and them, the whole Iraq thing was because they tried to kill his father, and then all of a sudden they got oil. We're going in there for oil. That's all it was. And then look how many years they've been there, 13, 14, 16 years. Nothing's changed. All those lives, sadly, that got lost from American troops, Australian troops that went over there and got killed. And then the whole thing even with, what's his name, Bin Laden. To me, we still show us the body, or we don't want to show the body that could upset people. Really? It's going to, but they're already flying planes into buildings, as you say, and killing people. You think showing his body? You showed Saddam. You showed him getting hanged.
Yes,
So,
they showed that. Yeah, the video of the fucking actual hanging. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got this madman who you say started 9/11 and killed all these people, 3,000 odd people in New York. We got him, and to respect his wishes, we gave him a burial at sea following their Muslim belief. It's like, oh bullshit, come on. He's probably still somewhere hidden on an island having a fucking daiquiri somewhere. You know that. The Bin Laden family has so many businesses in New York and everywhere
fucking
else.
Loaded.
Like,
yeah.
that's what I don't get too. You look at the UN. Here you have Saudi Arabia, a country that still stones women to death, floggings, hangings. But yet in the UN, they're head of the what? Of the bloody, Human Rights Commission.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia's. It's like, how the fuck does that happen? You still stone people. You flog women. The big thing was this year we're allowing women to drive. Oh, how fucking kind of you.
Fucking, they're really liberal in it out lately. What's up with them?
Yeah, but I said you still see stonings, beheadings, all this sort of shit, but yet they're head of the Human Rights Commission. I'm like, how the shit does that happen? Saudi, I think, because they got the fucking oil and all this sort of shit, and billions of dollars, that's the only fucking reason. It's like this whole thing where people say, the North Korean president's crazy. I said, I don't think he's crazy. He's just being smart because he's learned if you don't have nukes, America will eventually come and invade you. If you've got nukes, they'll be like, well, fuck, we better not go in there because,
Yeah,
that's the whole reason. That's the whole reason with Iraq. They're getting weapons of mass destruction. We better get in there first. They didn't have fucking anything. They probably had a fucking slingshot when they got there.
I still think those fucking things got destroyed before we got in there. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I always said
well, America probably fucking took him out.
Maybe, yeah, because he was defying the UN inspectors and thumbing his nose at that, and we gave him a fucking ultimatum.
I think the reason too he's doing that was because you look at there was a thing that a documentary once back then where the UN inspectors could go into Iraq. The UN inspectors go everywhere. The UN inspectors couldn't inspect America, and I think a lot of countries were like, well, if you can come and inspect us, why the fuck can't you inspect the USA?
Yeah.
That's like, it should be some of those places in Africa where they have all those big massacres. The UN's there to protect the people as soon as the rebel, we've got to leave, we've got to get it. It's like, what the fucking point's are you then? It's like,
It's a fucking mess. It's such a fucking mess, this world. It really is.
Well, when you talk to, like I said, there's a handful of people that fucking run it, or when you talk about the Soros and the Rothschilds.
There you go. I was about to say what you said.
Even Soros and all those type of people. It's like, to me, it's pretty much the human race is just like a chess game to them. We're just pawns in their little fucking game. Let's start a war over here.
Yeah.
Let's set these people off over this way. It's just like a big fucking thing. War makes money, sadly. That's why, you ever watch that movie with Tom Cruise that America Made?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, when you see shit like that, where he was running guns for the fucking CIA, he was bringing the drugs in for, what's his name down there in Colombia, then he was like, they were getting the guns and the money. Yeah, it's like I said, they prostitute children out. I've seen people beheaded over Mexico. That's where he goes, the only thing that truly scares me, goes into the CIA, goes, those fuckers would do anything.
Yeah.
And sadly it seems that way. And like I said, like I said, when you watch, as you go back to documentaries on fucking JFK, I still don't believe there's one fucking bullet theory. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a whole fucking other thing, man. There were so many fucking theories on that one. It's like you can watch documentaries forever on that and still go, I have no idea where to fucking.
But that's like I said, it's sometimes here you do have these bad people to do shit, but then sometimes I think. Sometimes our fucking government creates it because, like I said, they love the fear. They love to get that fear into people. Because I remember back before the Oklahoma bombing, it was like they wanted much money for this new, like I said, security and this sort of stuff where they could monitor people. And I was like, no, you can't do that. That's invasion of privacy.
Okay.
Soon as the Oklahoma bombing happened and those children got killed, sure, go ahead, do it.
We have to do it now.
Reign.
To prevent the next Oklahoma city.
Yeah. So it's like I think in every country there's so many false flag type things that happen just so they can get things passed, they get more funding for this and that sort of shit. So, you look back in, was it 74, 75, the CIA and those sort of people, wiretapping and watching their own citizens back then. So God knows what they're doing now in 2017. It's like,
you can look in the iPhone and fucking monitor somebody, right?
They're watching us right now.
They are. Oh. Hey, what's up there, G-Man?
As soon as you mention a word, there's one of those words that pops up on the screen. Mention President, CIA, FBI. Right? It's flashing.
Yep, there you go. Oh, Lee, I could talk politics. Fuck bodybuilding. This is more fun, this stuff. But We're gonna get out of time now, and my connection's a little fucking shaky here too. Unfortunately, I apologize for that.
That's the CIA. That's the CIA.
There they go. They're fucking monitoring. It's the third man in.
If we don't see from you for the next couple of weeks, we're
you know what happened.
Guantanamo with a foot over your fucking head.
Fucking electrodes on my balls or something.
Yeah. Try breathe through your nose while they're waterboarding you. Swallow. While they're doing the waterboarding, try swallow as much as you can so you don't choke.
Yeah. Lee A. Priest on Instagram. Any other sites you want them to follow you on? Social media?
No, that's the main one. I have Facebook, but it's full. But sometimes I leave the posts open to the public. But I think Facebook's becoming the new MySpace soon. It's so sort of overrated now. I prefer Instagram. I think Instagram gets out there more. It's easier to control and shit like that.
I love Instagram. That's my favorite one now too.
But now I think Facebook's dying off. You've got to try think of something else, because remember when MySpace was the big thing. Everyone was on MySpace.
Yeah.
And then Facebook come along. So there's got to be something new out there. So someone's going to make billions of dollars again. But there's even something with Facebook. All the information that goes on Facebook these days, everyone gets a fucking hold of that shit, and now they talk about Snapchat with the facial recognition. The facial recognition goes to fucking... They're like, whatever. You're going to be watched no matter what you do these days. So.
It was easier when we were kids, right? You didn't have to deal with this fucking bullshit that our fucking children have to deal with. But
exactly. To talk to someone, you had to fucking call them.
You had to call them.
If they weren't home, you leave a message on their answering machine if they weren't home. That was it.
And you had to stand by the phone. You couldn't walk away. It was a coil on there.
If you wanted a private conversation, you had to stretch that cord around the fucking corner. It was like,
close the door on it.
I know. But these days, how many times do you get a text message? Say I'm at the gym training, get a text message. Hi, Lee, what's up? 2 hours later, I check again. Are you mad at me? It's like, fuck, I'm busy. I don't fucking answer straight away. Everybody wants everything instant. Reply to me now. Reply to this. I'm like, fuck off.
Instant gratification. Fuck them.
Calm down, people.
It's at Lee A. Priest on Instagram. Also, you can see his column, The Priest Holds Mass, in every issue of Muscle Sport Mag. Lee, have a great, happy New Year. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you.
And we'll talk to you soon,
Thank
bro.
you.
All right.
Okay, Joe. Thank you.
Take care.
What's this?
Like to welcome our newest sponsor here at Muscle Sport TV, and that is MagicNMuscle.com, MAGICK, nmuscle.com. This is your one-stop shop for all your gym apparel and supplements. They have caps, as you can see right here. They have tank tops also. He's having t-shirts being made up. Our buddy Robert Martin from over there. And they're going to be sent here, and we'll show you them as soon as we get them. They're going to be hot off the press, but they got some great supplements here. This is a pre-workout, The Awakening. The Awakening. And here we have a recovery elixir, BCAAs. I'm going to enjoy. I got 2 of those. And now here we have thermogenic burn. That's your fat burner right there. And this is one that I'm going to enjoy more. Testosterone conjure boosts libido and performance. See what happens when you get old? You fucking need shit like this, and you need advertisers like this. All kidding aside, magicandmuscle.com, one-stop shop. You get your caps, you get your shirts, and you get your supplements.
Right now, big motherfucking news. This is Lee Bland. Say hi, Lee.
All right.
This gentleman here, can you tell a little bit about yourself?
A year ago I got into Disabled Strongman.
Yep.
In May I did Britain's Strongest Disabled Man and I came second in the standing category.
Yep.
And that got me qualified for the world's Strongest Disabled Man in London, which I'm very proud to be in.
And you came out of...
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
It doesn't matter, because you were one big motherfucker.
What happened was that my back went the day before, so I was on crutches and shitload of painkillers just to try and get me through the competition. But I didn't come last, so...
No, this gentleman will never come last. How much, what's your height?
6'6".
He's 6'6", guys. And how much do you weigh?
150 kilo.
Holy shit. I gotta tell you, I've got a lot of respect for this man. Joe knows what I'm like, right? Guys, you know what I'm like. All these famous fucking bodybuilders, they all, in my opinion, they all go fuck themselves, alright? This is the ground level with these two gentlemen and British bodybuilding, British strongman. This is where it's happening, at the ground fucking level, alright? And there's no airs or graces about these guys. This, I've seen this guy, you gotta follow him. Lee Bland on Instagram. This fucking guy can lift, and he's got some really, really fantastic news. Do you want to tell the public?
Yeah, a couple of days ago I got a message inviting me to Ohio to the Honors Classic to compete with the Disabled Strongman there in March. So really, really looking forward to
that is big news for any type of strongman here in the UK. He's with Joe, by the way, guys. He's been invited out. You got to go see him at the Arnold Classic. I know you're going to be there. Somebody get me a motherfucking ticket to fly over, alright? For God's sakes. We're here in Bradford today, guys. And I got to stress to the UK people, if you want to have an interview with myself, you want to have a shout out on Muscle Sports Mag, Muscle Sports TV, just give us an email. And I'll tell you what y'all do on your YouTube channel. Bottom corner, click subscribe. It costs absolutely fucking nothing but 30 seconds of your time. Guys, have a great day. Steve here. I'm out. Peace.
Shut up and sit down. And sit down.
Okay, so today's shoulder day, so I'm gonna do a rope face pull, and basically what you want to do here is you want to pull this silver thing as close to your face as you can, really squeezing your shoulders and getting that good contraction. So I'm gonna get into it and we'll make it happen. One other thing I forgot to mention before I did the last set, my philosophy on it is it's better to do lightweight, high reps, because with your shoulders you really don't want to kill your shoulders too much and overload them. So right now I'm doing it at about, I think, 15 to 20 pounds for a set of 25, and then I take about a minute rest, and then I do it again, usually for a set of 4. Okay, I'm gonna do some front shoulder raises, and I'm using some 15s. The key to this is to really hold at the top. And again, you want to kind of go light. You don't need to be Macho Man, because you don't want to overload the shoulders. That could lead to some bad shoulder problems as you progress. Another shoulder exercise you can throw into your routine is a kettlebell shoulder press. And this is how it goes. You want to start out with your palm facing you, and then flip the kettlebell around, and then go into a pressing motion. Come back down, repeat it. This will really burn the hell out of your shoulders. You'll feel it the next day, and even a couple days after that if you do them in high volume. All right, now for the left hand, because I don't have the range of motion or flexibility. I'm basically gonna do a reverse curl, but it's gonna still work the shoulder just because of the angle that I do the curl at. So I will feel it right here, and that's where I'm targeting for. And again, you really want to focus and try to squeeze. Alright, that's going to wrap up shoulder day. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave some comments down below, some love, and follow us on social media. See you soon.
The nose knows that he is very happy about President Trump's tax reform plan, because I will say this right now on record. With that tax break that I am getting as a sole proprietor LLC, that 20% tax break, I am going to put that fucking money right back into this company so I can bring more people on board for videos for you guys to watch. I want to pay the people more. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't pay a lot because I don't have a lot. Look at the prices of the ads and count them. Then you go, so remember, some of those ads are barter. Some of those ads, I hook a friend up type of thing. So even if you counted every one of those ads and the prices are right there on Advertise With Us page, I don't keep them secret. a lot of times they give discounts on those. So add up the regular price and make believe every one of those ads is paid in full. You can pretty much see what the fuck I make. It ain't a hell of a lot. This is a labor of love. Why? I don't know. We're nuts to do this for a labor of love. But that we do. So what I want to do is I want to take that money that I am going to save because the GOP tax plan that is now in effect and is going to be in effect, it's starting in 2018 tax returns. I have extra money coming in. It's almost like I fucking found money in an old fucking sweatpants pocket before I put it in the wash. And I'm going to take that money. I'm going to invest it in new equipment. I want to get better video equipment. Yeah, I know. Maybe I should get a shower curtain in the fucking laundry room and save that money. See, that's what those guys would do. They'll take that money they're gonna save and keep it instead of paying money they owe or using it for fucking stuff that's necessary in this day and age. I have enough that's necessary right now, and I can get by with it. But I'm never fucking satisfied. Never fucking satisfied. A lot of people say that's a mean streak. No, I call it an edge. I got an edge, and I utilize it to my fucking advantage each and every fucking day. And what I'm going to do with that money is I'm going to bring more people in to have more hosts on different shows. I'm going to do my best to pay the people that are working for me more, especially the ones that have been working for me. And I'm going to get new equipment, better software. Go on more road trips. Road trips aren't cheap. I mean, check any fucking airfare. LA. Go from New York to LA. Just fucking round trip airfare. And then you get tack on, 3 nights in a fucking hotel. And that's not even counting food. And then if I have people working for me there, I got to pay for them also. So do the fucking math, guys. It's not cheap to do these things. But if you want to do them and you want to succeed, you gotta just you gotta get your fucking, your hands in the fucking basket a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that money out of the fucking basket now that I'm gonna have a little extra, and I'm gonna put it towards this company so I can bring you guys better things. And hopefully that in turn brings more views, brings more ads, brings more money, which I can do it all over again. If I have to look and people say, oh, what's your goal for the company? Oh, of course, everybody has, high ceiling goals, but I say realistic goals is to put out the best programming that I can. And I already know I got the best print magazine, but that's like almost an afterthought in this day and age. I'm going digital. Everything is digital. So what I'm doing is I'm spending that money towards the digital stuff. I got the print thing covered. It's not a big print run. I never try to fucking bullshit all the fucking numbers and stuff like that like other guys do. What I do is I tell them the print magazine is like it's like this much of the fucking big picture, if you will. This right here, this video program in this studio right here, this is what I need to key in on and keep doing. So what I want to say right now, the nose knows that he is going to take that money that President Trump put in his pocket, and he's going to take it out of his pocket and put it towards Muscle Sport Media, because you guys deserve nothing but the fucking best.
So, are you looking for open and honest talk about female bodybuilding, female muscle, competing, and more? Well, here it is. Make sure to watch me, Crystal Wildfire Anthony, on Spreading Like Wildfire on Muscle Sport TV. Not only will I give you my uncensored opinions, but I'll also show you some sexy muscle. Want to see more? Just come watch me on MuscleGirlsLive.com and follow me on Instagram at Crystal Wildfire Anthony. You want to be careful though, not to get burned. It's hot and it's going to be spreading like wildfire. Make sure you guys sign up. Watch us at Muscle Sport Mag, Muscle Sport TV, and come say hello.
This is Robert Frank, 615, and you're watching Muscle Sport TV, the most jacked and tan show on the fucking internet.
Hey Robert, it's Jay Cutler, four-time Mr. Olympia here. I want to send a big thank you to yourself and your company, Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition, for the support of Cutler Nutrition.
What's up, everyone? This is Rich Piana. I just want to let you guys know you can get all my supplements at Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition.
At Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition.
Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition. I will see you there.
God damn it.
Pumped Up Fitness Nutrition. The Hulk will be you.
Store's freaking awesome, man. Pumped Up Fitness and Nutrition.
God damn it.
Come here, get all your 5% needs. You know, everything's fully in stock at all times here. It's 100% in stock. This store is fucking awesome.
I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Where else?
We're out of time once again here on MSTV, your weekly program, your weekly variety program right here on Muscle Sport TV on YouTube. We will see you guys in 1 week. Thanks again, of course, to Lee Priest for joining us. And we will see Lee in the magazine. And we're going to do that thing that we spoke about. We're going to have Lee on one of our live shows one day where it's going to be kind of like Ask Lee Anything. Fucking great idea Lee had, and I'm going to take him up on that.